Game 2 between J for Jett and Stuve. Continuing on crossing in the woods. Pretty complete victory for Stuve in the first match.
Yeah, well played in that first game. And just noticing just a reversal on the factions here. Both players just trading off. I'd say the consensus is that North Moscow is a bit on the weaker side. Maybe Stuve has a strat to use to take advantage of that versus Brits on crossing that we didn't see J for Jett use. So kind of want to see what his build order is here. First thing is that he didn't build the Kubel like J for Jett did, because he knows that that UC is coming out ASAP, and there's no real point to getting the Kubel in this scenario, because it's just gonna get pushed back really easily.
Well, thanks for the 500 bits there, Killer Jones 007. I think I haven't seen too much of Jay's Brits. What do you know about? Have you played against his Brits in auto match?
No, not at all. This is like totally new territory for like every matchup for me in terms of like my familiarity with the players. He's usually known for playing U.S. forces, which is what I've come across against him in auto match. I've never played against his Brits, you know, as much as I can remember. So yeah, I mean, another new matchup. I'm curious to see how he plays it out.
Yeah, it looks like Stuve's going to go for a kitten fairly early this time. Also note that Jay's kind of, you know, he got that first retreat on the left-hand side, but since then the UC hasn't been that effective, hasn't really got much damage done with it at all. He's got like no veterancy basically. So
yeah, he's just roaming around endlessly,
yeah.
Reversing, moving up, reversing. He's trying to decide where to go. He just has to commit to a spot. But Stu getting an early Riketten, he wants to just shut this thing out early, which I think is the right call. You don't want that thing vetting up, getting more HP, getting the upgrades up, because like we just saw in the last game, it'll just bully OKW off the field.
So hesitant to charge the Stern Pioneers behind heavy cover here. Try to pick them off at long range instead. Which he will eventually do, but it's going to take a long time, by plenty of time for this Riketten to get in position.
Yep.
And he's actually backing away with it already, bringing it over to a different engagement, which is even closer to the Riketten. If he gets a little bit more damage on this...
Yeah, you could give it.
Perhaps Jay sensing the fact, like, why would you be focused? Oh, Riketten misses the opening shot.
Misses, yeah. Good old Riketten.
Universal carrier is a very small target size, so if you're going to miss anything with the Riketten, it's going to be something as small as the universal carrier. Nice attempt by Stuve, perhaps giving it away, you know, switching focus fire over to the UC, giving away the fact that he's going to try Riketten it.
He's going to get another shot here.
Yep.
Does connect this time.
They completed the self-repair, so was it full health, didn't go down there. But still chasing this down. Jay trying to avoid it. Setting it up, facing the base. Okay.
I thought he was going to go for the attack ground.
Yeah, me too. Well, I might as well just like shoot attack ground. Like, you never know what could happen. Got onto that cutoff, but doesn't really cut off too much territory. Also note this munitions point now doesn't have that heavy cover anymore. It's now moved closer to the building.
I didn't even notice that. The sandbags are gone.
It does change up the early game a little bit.
Yeah, it shows how much I pay attention to these change logs. I just see, oh, maps updated. Cool.
Yeah.
Take it as it goes, I guess.
Yeah, well there you go. Finding the changes eventually on auto match.
Yeah. I saw the Kolodny one, just not crossing. Or Fayetteville.
AEC in production for J. Stuve has gone for the mechanized, so we'll be seeing some units from that.
Might change his Luke's to a Puma once he sees the AEC. Although I'm not sure I'd even change it, honestly. I'd probably just still build the Lukes and have the Riketten and a Volk around it. He's got mines down as well. There's one right here close to the AEC.
Yeah, I feel like Jay just hasn't been keeping the pressure on with his UC. It's allowed a lot of breathing room for Stuve.
Yeah, he's been able to keep the thing away and win the engagements early game like he should be, outnumbering these Tommies.
Waiting for orders.
Trying to avoid that Riketten though, switching over to the other side. Tick structure is down though, could take a Faust if that squad pops out of the building, slow its progress. UC also hasn't been upgraded yet, hasn't had the munitions. It's one thing that Stuve did, you know, he locked up their munitions early, so even with his quite frequent use of the crew repair, still had more than enough for the machine gun upgrade.
Yeah, he got it right away, the Vickers K. His Riketten's creeping up now, it's going to be able to get plenty of shots off on whatever, basically.
Goes for AC, okay, misses first shot. It's unfortunate. AC hasn't popped smoke. Oh, I can't believe he doesn't. Okay, there it goes.
Oh, he gets it!
Yeah, long range hit. Cleans it out.
We've just lost some armor.
No, he's definitely free to get the Lukes. That's got to be game. There's no way. He needed that thing.
Big time. But that's, you know, Stuve had really nice Riketten positioning all game, keeping that in like relevant spots throughout the whole match.
Yeah, he really kept the UC in check, didn't allow him to walk over him, and he killed the AC. Like, that's just huge. He got the AC way before the Lukes is in production, and it's already gone. That's totally backbreaking. You can't rebuild it for like 3 more minutes, and that's gonna be way too long. He actually built a sniper, which isn't that good versus OKW. He just wanted to use his manpower.
Yeah, well, he's gonna need an anti-tank gun, really.
I think maybe J for Jett miscalculated here, and he looked at the time mark, and he's thinking that maybe Stuve is rushing tier 4 for a P4 rather than any kind of light vehicle. So maybe he thinks he has more time with the sniper than he actually does, and he's actually just going to get volleyed here. No mine on the retreat path. He's like, oh my god, look at those hits connecting. This sniper is totally dead.
Pulls in the
he just got one shot off and it died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna kill this Tommy too if he chases.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gotta be game.
Here comes the AT section. Doesn't even get any damage in. Oh, but Riketten! Very far forwards and it gets decrewed. Perhaps he could steal this, turn this game around. No.
Stu was able to recrew it, yeah.
Come on, man. I'm trying to keep, I'm trying to keep this interesting. Oh no. Looks. Second looks in production now. That's gonna be the nail in the coffin. So yeah, I mean, it's quite interesting to see like back-to-back games between 2 different players. Like, you know, the exact same matchup, same map, same build orders. I think, well, obviously Stuve ended up going for the Riketten, but interesting to see how they play out differently and like the keys to the matchup.
Yeah, I mean, the psychology of the early Raketten, like the mind games you can play with it, is really important, and I think that's one of the huge reasons why Stuve came ahead here. Jett saw that early Raketten, and he was just really scared to commit to any kind of fight with the UC. And now we have two Lukes just running into the base.
Not sure what Jay's even up to here.
I think he's just given up. He cancelled his AT gun.
He's just like doing a Von Ivan style, just playing till the bitter end.
Yeah.
Hoping for the bug splat, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
That's those tournament strategies. Play for the bug splat. Oh man, I just got a massive stutter there. That's
Actually almost got the Lukes though. With the second the AT Tommy called in. Yeah, but Stuve's income is just ridiculous. Like there's no way. You could just put the tier 4 on one of the VPs and call it a day.
He could. He's going for medic, so he's going to continue the standard build despite being this far ahead.
Yeah, you should just put tier 4 down and finish it up. Someone's gonna waste time like this.
Especially in a situation where they've gone for tank hunters instead of an AT gun.
Yeah, you can?
Got a kill there. Late retreat by
Yeah,
Stuve.
you got it. A little greedy to stick around that long, but it shouldn't affect the outcome. Unless he does that 3 more times.
Well, we've seen some crazy comebacks so far in GCS2.
Very true.
Yeah, other factors that could come in here: lag, broken keyboard.
The capture point is being overrun.
It's true. That is
Mom,
true.
telling you to do chores and threatening to disconnect your router. That's possible.
Yeah, if you're Kimbo.
Like Captain Price.
Our capture point.
Captain Price as well, yes.
Did that happen with Kimbo, or you're just saying that because
Nah,
he's like
yeah,
a
just,
teenager or something?
yeah, exactly.
No one's pulling the plug on me. I pay for the goddamn internet.
There you go.
Yeah, I remember that. Captain Price is like, hold on, guys, my mom. And now he's like quit, apparently. I think he said he's done since he's been banned from like every tournament.
That's fair enough.
I mean, he made his own bed.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, fresh AEC on the field for Jay. Oh, these are just getting cut to pieces though. STG's in the retreat path. Oh, he's going for the Faust though instead.
Oh, that was a little miss micro. When you trigger the Faust like that, does the rest of the squad start shooting at the vehicle you're Fausting at, or are they targeting the infantry? I never really looked at it.
Yeah. I think they just continue shooting at what they were shooting, right? But
yeah, that's what I would think. But if he was, then why didn't he wipe that squad? It was literally like a pixel. Maybe it's just bad luck. I don't know.
Sometimes as you pass like directly through the squad, you know, as they spin around.
That's true. Yeah, they spin around and maybe they're reloading or something. Just enough to where you get away.
Fresh sniper for Jay. Obers for Stuve. Filtration grenades into the retreat path. Nice move.
Nice. Yeah, very nice.
Gets the wipe because of it. The kid in position. And then not in position. But I mean, Jay is like basically pegged in his base here.
Yeah, I don't know why he hasn't called in the towel. I mean, if it's your last game, then I can see why. Like, you just want to play it out. You never know. Sometimes maybe Stuve gets super cocky and just throws everything, and we've seen Von Ivan do it, so it's definitely possible.
Yeah, he could just use his rocket artillery against the trees like 7 times. I mean, you know.
Who did that?
Von Ivan. He was like so far hit against Nagano, and he kept like doing his rocket artillery into the trees. AC takes 2
these
hits.
Lukes are just having a great time over here, just parked, targeting everything.
Chipping away. Increase their kitten though.
But he trades his sapper to crew it and instantly loses it.
Yeah, there's no way he was going to escape with that. Interesting, he's trying to destroy it here.
Yeah, it's gonna take forever with the Lukes. Maybe not with 2 though. It's actually knocking it down pretty well. And yeah, he calls it a towel. With the very last territory he had under his control being decapped, even though he was cut off.
Yeah. So
solid game by Stuve.
Yeah, and just an interesting contrast between the 2 players. Same matchup, same map, but doing things differently, and we can see the good results Stuve got from his own approach, and maybe J for Jett not well practiced enough with the Brits to attempt
Yeah, I think
this.
Stuve's... Sorry, interrupt.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I'm done.
I think Stuve's probably been practicing the most out of any participants. He's been doing like 24-hour streams of like nothing but 1v1s. I think the last time I tuned in, he was being sniped by Paula like repeatedly. So maybe that gave him a lot of extra experience that he needed to beat his opponents. Paula can definitely motivate you.
Indeed.